Hola, I am Cristina Castro. I am so happy to be here again. I am part of Pacific Whale Foundation in Ecuador. I have been working with whales and dolphins 22 years. And today I would like to talking about our photo ID project. I share my screen with you now. And thank you so much for being with me. Humpback whales visit the coast of Ecuador from June to October each year. Ecuador is a breeding area for humpback whales. They use this marine area just mating and the birth of their calves. Humpback whales migrate more than 7,000 kilometers from the Antarctic to Ecuador each year. Ecuador is a small country situated in the Southeast Pacific in South America. Puerto Lopez is a typical fishing village and is our headquarters office. Pacific Whale Foundation office is in Puerto Lopez. Puerto Lopez is part of Machalilla National Park, and their principal economic activity is fishing and tourism. The presence of the whale watching allows new business companies and the communities in Ecuador. Here in the video, we can see Isla de la Plata in the background, whale watching boat, and of course, humpback whale jumping. The boats to the Isla de la Plata travel with a maximum of 16 passengers. Isla de la Plata is one of the main concentration sites for humpback whales in Ecuador. Ecuador is among the top 5 countries involved in whale watching in Latin America. Puerto Lopez and Machalilla National Park supporting a growing whale watching industry. And some whale watching companies in Puerto Lopez help a researcher or volunteer from Pacific Whale Foundation by allowing us to travel for free in the whale watching boats. Thank you so much. Photo ID project, we use the whale watching boats such as our research platforms. Our researchers take advantage of the whale watching boats, accompanying the tourists and using the top deck of the boats and as observation and research platforms. It's an important way to save money in our project, of course. Photo identification is not invasive research technique that using photographs allow researchers to identify the patterns of unique natural or aquatic marks of different animal species. Each humpback whale has unique and different marks, pigmentation, scars on the ventral part of the tails, similar with our fingerprints. We classify the tails from number 1, which are all white, to number 9, which are 100% black tails. Each tail has different pigmentations, and for example, predator markings with lines, circles, scratches, scars. There are whole tails and half tails too. None is the same, all are different. Their tails are the fingerprint of the whales. Each whale tail is given a unique identification number. Photographs of whale tails are used to create photo identification catalogs. Then we create humpback whale catalog in Ecuador. We take data all days from June to October with help from our volunteers and some whale watching tour operators. In the photo, we can see one whale watching operator in Puerto Lopez and the whales, our researcher on the top deck. In the video, now we're going to have a little tour from your computer. Traveling and sleeping is we take this moment to photograph the whales. And later, in our office in Puerto Lopez, we analyze the photographs and give a number. We can know the whale's life history. if they have returned to Ecuador or has been visiting us from other places. With a photo of the tail, we can learn about their life histories. And the whales not even know that we are studying their lives. From 2001 and 2019, we almost 3,000 unique whales with ID in our Ecuadorian catalog. We share our humpback whale catalog with 15 different NGO and research centers and 8 different countries. In the photo, we can see different tail photos with each number. Using this data for finding new feeding areas for this stock, for example, in Magellan Strait and Antarctica. I would like to share our scientific finding with you here, and our work has been shared with different groups of researchers and is published for all to read it on pacificwhale.org/research/publications. Also, we know more about the new little known feeding areas, for example, Ecuador, Magellan Strait, Weddell Sea, and Sandwich Islands. One of the Ecuadorian whales traveled more than 10,000 kilometers to the Sandwich Island to Ecuador, and we could identify it with its tails. We are so happy that if you can go this link and you can share our papers and publications with everybody. About migratory routes in breeding area, we find migratory routes from Ecuador to Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, and Peru. The breeding area is large and they travel to different areas in this place. With the photos, we have been able to analyze their migration routes. And again, we can share with you our papers. Here we share our catalogs with other research groups and we find their life histories. I meet you with you, of course, a mochita. Mochita in Spanish means half tail or lost a part of the tail. Mochita or mocha is a whale that has visited us several times in Ecuador. This whale travels to Antarctica for feeding and returns to Ecuador for many times. You can see the photos in different years, 2005, 2006, 2009, 2010, in 5 years. Here is the map, 7,000 kilometers. And I meet you with David. David is the name of my son, my young son. And we can see David for first time in 1997 in Antarctica, and 1998 in Ecuador, and 2016 in Ecuador. David has been visiting Ecuador for 20 years, and I am so happy to share with you. Now Pacifico. The whale was seen in Ecuador by Pacific World Foundation in 2003. The first match was in 2013 in Peru, and it came back to Ecuador in 2014, 11 years after the first sighting. Ecuador, Peru, and Ecuador 11 years later. Machalilla. The whale is named Machalilla in honor to Machalilla National Park. Our first sighting was in 1997. This whale we have also seen in Costa Rica and Antarctica too. 1997, 1998, 2002, and 2010 for 13 years. Machalilla. And the fingerprint of the whales help us to know more about their migration movements, years of life, longevity, and other important biological aspects. Thanks to this non-invasive technique, whole photo identification. Here we can see one whale photo from Colombia, from a Gibraltar Foundation in 1991 and 1993, and we recaptured the same whale in Ecuador later in 2009, many years later, and we're talking more about longevity. And the same whale the other researchers find in Magellan Straits, and we know about a lot of information about this whale in our region. Okay, my name is Cristina Castro. I am researcher with Pacific Whale Foundation. And if you have photographs of whales to share with us, please go to our webpage here, pacificwhale.org/donate photos. And I hope you like my talk today. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.